Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Opportunity. Our scientific mission is straightforward. Examine the space around, monitor the surface of, and perhaps lead a team into the anomaly at Sector A98. Tune in to hear John Garlick run the adventure with Jade Duguay, John Kennedy, Justin Wiggy, myself, and a host of special guests joining us at the table. Galactic adventures begin just after this music.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Gaming with Scott. I am here with Justin Wigton. What up? I'm here with Joshua Jackson. Caw-caw, caw-caw. I'm going to prove you wrong. I'm here with Jade Duguay.
He beat me to my intro.
You were going to caw-caw?
Suckers.
And here we are with our Game Master Extraordinaire and John Garlick.
Transporter accidents for all of you.
No. Did he say he just turned inside out? Okay, sorry, that was a Galaxy Quest. That was a Galaxy Quest reference.
Oh, yeah, and by the way,
Yeah.
if it ever comes up, the transporter in my game is... it works by disassembling you molecularly, reassembling you at the other location where you're
Not
phased.
murdering you in one.
You never lose consciousness in the transporter.
Oh, nice.
So while you are a duplicate, your body is always doing that. You are the the same individual who's entirely disintegrated and reintegrated every 7 years. It's just
Exactly. Very good.
Nice. In case it comes up.
So in case you get stuck in a pattern buffer and it could be your own personal hell. I'm with you.
But then again, there are also times when there is a transporter accident, and if you just get disintegrated and
Or their own
stored in the
genitals.
buffer, that might be a different story, but who knows? The transporter has never been run the same way twice in a Star Trek
who
episode.
hasn't been stored in a buffer?
Nice. Well, but my thought was if you are stored in the buffer, it's been a long road. No? Okay, go ahead.
If you're stuck in the Netflix queue of Enterprise.
Not able to skip the intro?
Hated that song.
I only got through the first line, and then I'd be like, next.
Next, yeah, can't do it. They even changed it in like season 2 or 3. I think it was 3.
Did they?
Yes, they did.
Yeah, they did.
Wouldn't have known.
Still
It
stuck.
was pretty subtle.
They took away the background music, I think.
Yeah.
Still
All right.
bad. Still horrible.
Alrighty.
When we last left off, you guys had successfully deciphered a transmission from the other side of the A98 anomaly. You were attempting to
Fair enough.
decide as a group. You were attempting to decide as a group whether you would heed the call and enter the mouth of the Site A98 creature right away, or if you wished to stick around in the Beta Quadrant a little longer and take stock of your situation, maybe have more control over what happens. That being said, there is a war on over Cardassian space on the other side of the Federation, which has drawn away a lot of ships. Right now, you are in a position where there are 2 large warships, an Akira and an Excelsior, that have shown up that would be able to hold Site A98 as reasonably as you guys could. If they if you decide not to go through, they'll leave, and it might be a little while before you could make the decision to go through again. Either way, I am going to say this as the GM, that this is a decision that will stick around for at least the next several sessions. If you go through, it's going to be potentially a lengthy visit.
Okay.
Not necessarily permanent. It's not necessarily going to take the whole show to get back.
7 years, like Grimm's fairy tales.
Like Voyager. I'll just look for the closest transport conduit. We'll get the hell out of here. Or we can spin up the mycelial drive. Come on, we know how these things work.
Horrible.
Hey, I love that drive. You leave that alone. Don't even caw about
Something's
that.
going to go terrible.
Lurka.
So you said there were which ships are currently in the sector?
Currently, well, you guys had just in the previous session or two, you guys played host to Commander Maddox,
Yes.
Bruce Maddox, Data's friend.
Friend.
Well, Data doesn't.
Right.
Data actually did maintain contact with him and send
This is true.
messages back and forth, and it's not like Data holds a grudge,
Yeah, I know.
especially now that he's dead right now. But
Yes, and he was on the.
he was.
Oh, there was
So
an
sad.
Excelsior class.
Yeah,
Yes.
there is a let's see, an Akira and an Excelsior
Okay.
that have come to Site A98. They are currently docked with the Timbuktu station. They are the Wuhan and the Copenhagen.
The Wuhan
Yeah. Wu-Tang.
with Captain Rizza. Okay. All right. So,
Captain.
so I'm going to call a senior officers meeting.
All right. The NPCs present are Commander Fukuda and
Torchalorn.
Torchalorn.
Anybody else?
Yeah, the engineer shows up.
Oh, wow.
Because, I mean, why not?
Chief.
Yeah. Chief.
Chief engineer.
All right. So we're going to have.
I don't believe we've ever had him on screen before, so he's...
Not a character. Where would I be in this? Would I be on another ship or his ship? Or?
No,
No, you're on our ship.
You're on the ship. You just
You're
have
O'Neill,
been
right?
off screen.
O'Neill.
You're the con officer, right?
Correct.
Yes. Josh Jackson is back once again
We
as
just haven't conned.
Lieutenant O'Neill.
Yeah, Lieutenant O'Neill. Yeah, you're.
Until they vote me off the game.
He was
You should
just
put a poll up,
taking a nap.
actually,
No, we shouldn't. we don't give out that type of authority to
anymore.
To
mere
rando internet
yeah, to
people.
randos anymore. That's not a thing that happens. Alrighty.
good stuff.
I call all the senior staff to the ready room.
Oh, also, by the way, the other ship that is present is the Curie.
Oh yeah, the Curie's here.
Aw, it's
And
so
they wanted to
cute.
send the Curie with us. And I'm like, no, I want to keep the Curie out of danger. I said it.
Right?
Right?
You do have, well, you have a sentimentality that could be.
I know. They'll use it against me.
Weakness.
I know they. You shut
Your
your
whore mouth.
mouth. Your floppy word hole.
Hey!
Floppy word hole.
I'm not the one with the weakness.
Is that what we're calling it from now on? The weakness?
No. That's,
Yeah, the weakness. All right.
He will punch you in the weakness.
Senior staff to the ready room.
leave my weakness out of this.
Senior staff to the ready room.
He said senior staff, not weenus.
Oh,
All right, so all
head
the
officers.
PCs,
yeah.
we're going to say that there is a medical emergency right now. That
Seriously? Got it. The
that
chief
is
officer,
drawing away,
Chief
Officer Dr. Thebes.
Dr. Thebes.
One of the one of the ensign's babies are hatching.
I'm not a navigator person, so I can't be to the meeting. He's dead, Jim.
They're all dead, Jim.
That sounds just like Kennedy.
No, it doesn't.
Damn it, Jim, I'm
at
a
all.
doctor, not a
But yes, shout out to Mr. Kennedy. We are pulling for you. He's having some back surgery right now, so
Yep.
he's going to be joining us as soon as he's feeling better.
Or some front surgery. I don't know which surgeries.
Just don't die.
Some
That's
kind
it.
of surgery.
Lots of surgeries. He's doing better.
Medical.
Well, by the end of this episode, he'll be doing better, I guess. I don't know when these release, so
Yeah.
I have no control over that.
He should be
Medic.
pretty good by then.
But we're rooting for him.
Hooray!
All right, so
That was sincere.
It was. So,
Fukuda,
Matata.
don't you
I'm going to
start.
punch you.
Chalorn,
What a wonderful ship.
Sorry.
and engineer. Roll him up, actually. from the chart. See what species he comes up as. That'll be fun.
Let's not make this
It's
speciesism.
an
All right,
Andorian cave troll.
ladies and gentlemen, I have a question that I wanted to pose to the crew, or at least the senior staff of the crew. If you need time to check with your respective departments, please let me know. But the question that burns brightest in my mind is, should we enter the anomaly
Yes.
in Sector A98?
Absolutely.
Why?
Why should we run away?
Weren't expecting that question, were you?
No.
Fukuda says, well, we did just receive a successfully transmitted distress call from the other side.
Understood.
Do we make a habit of running away?
No.
Well, there's why.
Well, this is a science vessel, right?
This is a Galaxy-class starship,
Yeah.
sir.
This discovery awaits, good sir.
So you're into... You agree with Commander Tassas?
Yes. Why would we turn this down, Captain?
And your character's name starts with an R.
Relan.
Relan.
No,
Renan.
Renan, yes.
Renan,
Renan.
that's right.
I had to remember myself.
Renan? What are your thoughts?
I think we should go. The best way to discover is to go where
To boldly go?
to boldly go.
Torch Alorn?
I believe that we should wait for more reinforcements here, so we have a better chance of taking the other side by force. As it is, it will be very difficult to stand against all of those Romulans and all of the ships they've stolen from the rest of the crew.
Is it only Romulans?
Well, the Romulans, he brings up some information on a pad that he puts on a screen. He says, based on our last reports, the Romulans have used the same sabotage, activated the systems that they were implanting on the opportunity. They've implanted them in the computer systems of multiple ships on the other side. They took the Vigilant and several Klingon warships over. So if we get there, we'll be on our own against a small armada. And when last we saw, there were at least 4 Romulan ships, and those were the visible ones. The command vessel blew up because its shields were down when the mouth opened. But there are at least 2 additional vessels on the other side that were cloaked.
Well, and from the message, what was the lady Romulan?
Captain Canestra.
Canestra. I said, well, from the message, we can safely assume, unless anyone feels any differently, that Canestra is now working with Federation on the other side of the wormhole.
That's true. She said in her message that she had had a political falling out with whoever was in charge of the Romulans and had fled with the Fahrenheit.
And Captain, quick question. Have we decoded that message properly, making sure that it wasn't...
To my knowledge, yes.
We've authenticated it as best we can.
Yeah.
It was a Federation probe. A Federation code that was loaded into the head of the android.
Okay. Yeah, I think we're good on that end.
Okay.
So then, Fukuda?
Fukuda ponders for a second and says, I think we should go. The engineer, his name is Palladino. He is a human. His name is...
Chief Engineer, what are your thoughts?
I believe that we are a battle-ready ship. We won't be able to face all of those vessels in a stand-up fight, but if we can find a way around their sabotage. We could pick them apart.
How long would it take to make us ready?
We're we're ready now. But I could use a couple extra hours to just make sure to,
You've
run
got
some
1
tests.
hour.
So here's
Damn it!
So here's my question. What do you need as far as time or materials to guarantee that when we trigger the anomaly, that when we end up on the other side of it, we are fully active, we are ready to go for whatever might be just waiting on the other side?
Yeah, shields up.
From what I've seen, as long as as we have full shields and inertial dampeners, we have at least a 90% chance of coming through intact.
How do we increase that percentage?
Well, we could extend the shields into subspace, do some different harmonics. It is a creature that exists in multiple dimensions, including stretching into subspace. So that could help. And he rambles off some technobabble.
Okay.
Have we scanned the other side, sir, for spatial anomalies? Something we can hide in? Something we can utilize to our advantage?
Unfortunately, that wasn't included in the message in a bottle that they put through the mouth.
Understood.
It all was encoded into the noggin of one of those androids.
But we do have the known spatial record for Wolf.
It's a WLM.
WLM, that's right.
Is the name of this dwarf galaxy. It is a pretty good distance away. It'll take about 2,000 years at warp 9.0.
But we do have star charts, or we don't?
Oh, well, I mean,
We've got pictures of it.
Okay.
yeah.
Pictures.
Distant, deep space scans.
Okay.
But, they're 2 million years old. It's about,
Right.
It's about 2 million light years away.
Gotcha.
And we would, of course, while being a rescue mission, would also then be engaging in stellar cartography and the rest of the normal science.
Oh, I'm sorry, I misspoke. 4 million light.
Oh, good.
Oh, okay.
So twice as far.
Had a character. Infinity plus 2. I was wrong.
No, times 2.
Oh, sorry.
There you go. So it's all good. All right. So, to SAS, what should our first order of readiness be coming out of this wormhole or this anomaly?
I'd imagine we would want to make sure shields are fully prepared.
So you think we should be ready to be attacked?
Yes.
O'Neill?
Increasing the shields around, thrusters, anything that has to do with the engine, just because that would be the first thing they would target, I would think, once we come through and pop in the other.
So you'd want us to run?
No, just making sure we're not dead in the water.
Okay.
And for me to maneuver us away where we need to go.
Remind me again. Renard?
Renan.
Renan. Okay, I got it. I got it in my head. Renan, what do you think our first order of business on the other side of the anomaly should be?
I think once we get through and, like stated already, that we're ready to be attacked, if that happens, I think we should look for who needs help first, whoever we can help first. Not only does that give us the biggest advantage being over there, having a little extra help, but we also get, we're going after our people. Yeah. So.
Okay. Fukuda? Thoughts?
I believe that based on the information we were given, when we get spat out at the other end, we appear somewhere in the radius of the same way that the bubble opens on this side, it opens on the other.
Yeah. We have the advantage of surprise, at least, sir.
So it's about 200 million, about 2 AUs across.
Okay.
So if we appear anywhere in the general middle, we are several light minutes away from where they will be watching, which will give us time to engage engines and escape into the galaxy. Then we can pick them off under more favorable circumstances.
Okay.
We would have enough time to engage warp and escape. I don't think that they would abandon their area to get out of there, but they won't send all of their ships after us.
Alrighty. Torch Alorn, what do you think our first order of business should be on the other side?
I believe the first thing we should do is attempt to find and make contact with the Fahrenheit.
Okay.
It is not under their direct control. They fled into the WLM galaxy. I believe that they are the best chance we have of reinforcements. If they send a smaller number of vessels out, and they will have to eventually in order to resupply, then we could attack them when they are not all gathered around the exit point.
Okay. What'd you say the engineer's name was again?
Palladino.
Palladino.
His name is Dario Palladino. He is Italian.
Chief Engineer Palladino, what do you think our first order of readiness should be coming out of that anomaly?
Well, we'll have some power drain. So there is a small chance that we won't be able to immediately achieve warp. I am going to power up redundant systems to make sure that that's something we can do. If you want us to fight all of those Romulans, I can put a lot of power on ready for shields, but I don't think we could take more than 6 or 7 hits with everything, and there are at least that many enemy ships.
Sure. Okay. All right, then I would have to concur. I think our next step is to go into the anomaly. We need to ascertain what's going on the other side. We need to provide assistance to the Fahrenheit and the other ships that are there. We need to assess the situation for the potential Romulan threat.
Within 60 seconds? 30?
30. So in that, in those 30 seconds, our priorities will be shield integrity and maintenance, full tactical scan of the immediate surroundings, plus any stellar anomalies should we need to pick a direction and run. Tertiary concern will be weaponry. And then, of course, along with tactical, the assessment of the situation, I want an escape route if we need one.
Understood.
I'll be contacting the commander of the station. I want to make sure that we've got proper supplies, enough power reserves, and I think we'll probably want to bring on board an industrial replicator or two should they need to put some repairs to the Fahrenheit if we need to supply them with the ability to replicate or manufacture parts of their ship if they need to potentially swap out large repairs. I also want to make sure that we're double redundant on the tractor beams in case we need to grab them and move them.
Will do.
Understood.
Alrighty, so let's reconvene here in 3 hours for status updates. We need to get the ship ready, and I need to talk to the captain of the station.
Fukuda says there is one other factor. We do have various families on board. Are we bringing them along? This could be, if everything doesn't go according to plan, this could be a long trip.
Renan, thoughts?
The safety of family is always a priority, and I think they need to stay, or they need to stay here.
O'Neill?
I would say bring them along. We'll need everybody we can utilize it, and we don't know how long it'll be before we come back.
To SAS?
I believe we should allow the option. for.
Yay, nay.
And straddle the fence.
That's awesome. Out of character.
Fukuda.
Fukuda says, "Well, in general, it is a blow to morale if people are separated from their near and dear, potentially for a long time." Chalorn says, "I agree. In my experience, people will fight harder if they know that their children are nearby and safe."
Oh, God.
Are you using them as bait or
Motivation.
No. It is.
We're just going to put them in a camp centrally located. That's it. Don't get crazy.
Palladino says, "Nah, leave the kids at home. That's crazy."
These aren't Starfleet officers. These are citizens, and we don't need citizens going with us on a mission that we may not come back from.
Or we could take vital family members that we believe we'll need on the other side.
or we can allow it to be an option to each individual family.
We might need an interstellar botanist, sir. You never know. You got to ask these things.
Everybody starts arguing. Make a okay. So, all right, Captain.
Make a decision.
So when we get into battle on the other side, we're just going to jettison
Blah blah.
Yeah.
blah.
the family members.
No, we're not going to waste the fuel on that.
They can all get in the
Torpedoes are
saucer
coming in, we'll
section
jettison
and shoot
them
the bad
towards
guys too.
torpedoes.
Now you're talking.
All right,
Wow.
give me a presence plus command roll. It's your favorite thing.
Give me
I
an,
want to do the same thing.
give me an ignorance
Okay.
roll. Let's see what happens.
Oh, now I'm sad.
Because I was maxed on both of those.
Okay.
You would.
Oops.
I'm just the pilot. It's all
All
good.
right. All right. My presence is 13. My command is 5.
Oh, actually, your presence is 12. I think that was the. Old
Oh, yeah,
sheet.
that was the one.
Yeah, I
So
remember that.
12 and so I'm at 17.
Yep.
I gotta-
Roll 2d.
Roll low.
20s.
All right, I got a 14 and an 18, so only one success.
All right. You put your foot down and say, "Okay, we'll, you like these guys aren't going to. This discussion isn't productive. You're going to have to make an executive decision."
All right. You guys are jackwagons.
We try.
They are fighting over the snickerdoodles.
We
while
weren't
he's
fighting
doing
over.
this.
He was doing
They're
keep away.
He was,
He
taunting you.
He
with
was
the
being
snickerdoodles.
Joshua
He
Jackson.
was.
Doodles and those Snickers.
He's taunting short-armed Jade with his giraffe neck arms.
We're gonna see how dark Garlic really wants to get. I think we're gonna give the
He didn't want to get very dark talking about animals. Let's just say.
So we I think we should give the opportunity for the families to stay on board if they'd like. I understand Starfleet being what it is. They recognize the fact that their parents, will go out to other colonies and will go out on board ships. And one of the reasons why we allowed families to begin with is because we believe that family is important even in space. So I think we should give, that's one of that's like Starfleet's. You got the prime directive, and number 2 is family comes first.
All right. Okay. Well, all right. They break and start carrying out their orders.
Alrighty. Family
Go
first.
team.
There's
Go team.
like one, the one person who's like, "Okay, deuces," and flies off towards the.
I'm pissed. I'm going to Quarks.
Yeah, there's like the super genius child prodigy. It's like,
Damn
gets
it, Wesley.
gets in the runabout and flies off.
Okay. Nice.
Like, he knew better. He's gone.
Yeah, alrighty.
There you go. All right.
good.
No, but most of the families end up staying on board.
Okay. As I thought they would.
Yes.
Because if given the choice, you're going to keep your family together.
course.
ready the jettison.
Ready the
We've got plenty of, what do they call those things that you fly away when the ship blows up?
red shirts.
Escape pod.
Escape pods. That's
We
the...
have plenty of red shirts for the
No,
families.
escape pods. Escape pods.
Escape pods.
Way off.
Secondary.
How many shuttles we got?
Okay, actually, secondary possibility to consider. Do you want to bring along the Curie? It is.
That's my bigger concern.
It is intact. It is ready to go. It has better science equipment than
ours.
Your ship. But it's not under your command. You would have to talk to.
It'll be captured, seized, or blowed up within 2 sessions.
Commander Tassas.
Yes, Captain.
What are your thoughts on bringing the Curie along with us if they'll go?
I believe we should give them the option.
Let's say you had to commit to one or the other. Would you prefer to have them with you, or would you prefer to stay? How sentimental are you?
They're it's just a science vessel. Are they?
I know where you stand on this. Thank you for your input, and I close the collection.
Cold-blooded.
I call him back because you don't hang up on me.
I'll let it ring once. I'll let it ring again. Yes.
Don't listen to that voicemail.
Commander Turnweather. Captain Turnweather, what can I help you with? Oh,
click.
Tassas.
I called back just to hang up. Hashtag petty.
Computer.
Yes, Captain.
Suspend Commander Tassas's communication privileges for the next 15 minutes.
Yes, Captain.
Thank you.
What? iPhone lasted for a longer time than I thought.
Hashtag Captain's prerogative. You want to talk about petty? Let's do this.
Hashtag petty Vulcan.
System.
15 minutes for the first one, a half hour for the second one, an hour for the third one.
As you listen to Klingon opera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If Commander Tassas communicates to me, put my hold message, my wait message to be Klingon opera. There you go.
Calling back
the
now.
current captain, your replacement on the Curie, is Captain Nachan. He is
the fish man?
The Zindi cetacean, yes. The whale man.
A whale man.
I mean, you're pretty sure he's a dude.
Whatever.
Or male identified.
What are you going to do? Pull up his flipper? What's going on here?
Check his blowhole.
Why do we have to be specific about his job?
Well, I mean,
maybe he's asexual.
Well, you could kind of look and see if he has flappers down
Just
there.
fish person.
Terrifying. Okay.
But
what's his name again?
Nachan. And
Nachan.
also his exo is your old exo.
Yeah.
Zealot Cole. The
Zealot
two-fisted...
A double fister.
The two-fisted half Vulcan who favors his human side.
DVD.
Yes.
A bruiser. A relic from a previous era of spaceflight.
Tassas suddenly remembers that and doesn't want the Curie to come with at all.
Oh, okay. You're trying to call again.
It would be a lovely time
somehow
if you
can't get through.
Klingon opera? Who does that?
Yeah, we should leave the Curie.
Commander Zelik, who you skillfully talked him into being having his ass left behind.
There you go. All right. You said Nachan.
Nachan is
Nachan.
the name of the Zindi, who is the captain.
Open a channel to the Curie, please.
Bling, bling.
For Commander Nachan.
Captain Nachan.
I'm sorry, Captain Nachan.
Yes. All right. There is on your little.
Interstellar elephants, huh? Indian or African.
On your
The translators are off.
on your screen. There is the odd, distinctly Zindi-shaped forehead of
Nice.
of this whale man.
Adjust your camera.
This dolphin guy.
Nice.
Who is
I'm ignoring
swimming around in his little green fluid tank,
Dirty
Nice.
Zindi.
and he's the.
Okay.
And
So
he
the
says,
bubbles
"Oh."
translate into.
He says, "Oh, it's so good to hear from you, Captain. I understand we've just heard a distress call from the other side. My people have been briefing me."
Captain Nachan, I'm going to cut to the quick. Have you given any thought to potentially going into the anomaly to answer that distress call. We've been discussing it on our side, and we were curious what you had thought.
I was just about to call you with that suggestion. Commander Zellick has been talking my ear off.
As he is wont to do.
Yes, he is very eager to go into the great unknown and smack some pointy Romulan ears around.
Then I take it that you would be for accompanying us?
Yes, I believe that we would be willing to do that. I've prepared my crew. They are ready for this. It is very important to them to see this through.
Okay. Then let me contact the station commander, make sure that we have appropriate orders from Starfleet and that we are given the green light, and we will ready a rescue mission.
All right. They over the course of the next few hours, you guys scramble around, do all of the various prep. The family members that are unloading onto the station have tearful goodbyes.
Bye-bye, we love you, bye-bye, bye-bye.
And
Aloha, auf Wiedersehen, bye-bye.
You cancel all shore leave. Everybody comes back from the station. And you get a highly... Mr. Renan. Renan. Excuse me.
Renan.
It's always
Ronaldo.
it's always the emphasis on the other syllable in Star Trek. So.
Right.
Mr. Renan, you get the coded message from Starfleet Command back on Earth saying that you guys have the go-ahead. And the message is ready to transmit to his ready room.
Captain.
Renan?
I have the message from Starfleet for you.
What'd they say?
It's for you.
Yeah, what'd they say?
Do you want me to listen to it first or send it to you?
Have you already listened
I
to it?
have not listened to it.
Oh, well then go ahead and forward it to my ready room. I was just gonna say I'm checking his betazoids.
I was thinking as to whether or not I was just been like, they said no. So I send it over to you.
All right.
Is he lying? Did he already listen to it?
How would you know?
Well,
you're a betazoid,
he's a
right?
betazoid too. So
Yeah.
So am I.
So
you're all like, hey, they're here for Can we do that? Is this a contested role?
Sure.
Okay. What is this contested role?
This is going to be, I'm going to say it is his. You are going to use your insight plus command.
Alrighty.
Versus your, I'm going to say willpower. I'm going to say control plus security.
It's a curdy.
Okay.
Do we roll 1 or 2?
2. But no one can help you on this. And tell me if you get a 20, by the way.
Okay. If you also roll under your lower of the 2, does that get you a bonus?
If you have a focus that you think would apply, I don't believe,
Oh, really?
you do have a bunch of lying related things.
You don't believe? Well, I have a focus in diplomacy. Meh. Telepathy.
Oh, yeah. Telepathy would apply.
Psionic studies.
Yeah. Telepathy applies.
I might have a few of those. Then I have 3 successes.
Okay. And your specialty in skullduggery.
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 Jesus.
You mean
3.
It's not like Jiff?
Philistines.
I also have 3 successes.
You also have 3 successes?
Okay.
What does it
Okay, in this game, ties favor the active character. He is the one who is actively lying.
Oh, I was actively probing. I was seeing where his soft bits were. Oh.
It's all good till penetration.
He is thinking about a song that he heard, and it's stuck in his head, and it's the Girl from Ipanema. And that's what you get. He's preoccupied.
It
Says, I hope
it's Klingon opera.
It is
it's
the
Klingon opera.
Klingon opera cover of the Girl from Ipanema.
Nice.
Knock, knock, knock. This The girl from Ipanema has no honor.
Wow.
And
okay.
yeah, you full on Alfred Bester him out of your brain.
Okay. All right. I'm like, you're sending it now?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is a message from Admiral Janeway.
Okay. And I'm preparing to close the channel, and I go, you shouldn't make it as obvious when you read those. You're trying way too hard
What?
to cover it up. That's okay.
Cover
Don't worry
what
about
up?
it. And I close the channel.
All right, but yes, Admiral Janeway says, well, it's a recording.
Okay.
That's encrypted, but she says, I don't envy you this decision to go out into the unknown. I can only hope that you're more prepared than when it happened to me. I wish you
Oh,
TV, for the people at home. And she wishes you the best and gives you, wishes you Godspeed.
Hooray. Okay. And then you need to hit hold. It's in the middle.
Hold.
Yeah, we're tampering with the
Hold the
thermostat.
door.
Oh, this is going on?
Hold
All right, so shut up, Hodor. All right.
Hold door.
Too soon.
Hold the air conditioning button. Hold the air conditioning button.
Hold it.
Okay.
All right,
my
but
feelings.
yeah,
All right.
you have the go-ahead
We
for
have
the
to go
start.
ahead.
feelings.
Yay.
Poor Hodor.
Hold door.
Do we want to interview him at PopCon? Alrighty, I think we will.
Yes.
Moving on. Hodor.
Just
All right.
never mention the show. Just only talk about his DJ.
He DJing, which is supposed to be outstanding, by the way.
Yeah, I've heard that.
I'd be like, so what's the playlist for Saturday night? Come on, tell us. You can tell us. Are you doing anything special? All right.
But
So
I hope he doesn't listen to this.
no, when he DJs, the question is, he plays everything except Jim Morrison and the Doors, because
Hold the doors, please.
hold the doors,
The dad puns.
Boo hiss. Hiss boo.
Someone has soiled the psychic medium.
I am the
my
Lizard
mind's
King,
eye.
baby. All right.
All right.
What? I can't be the Lizard King? Fine.
All
Everybody
right.
else can
So
be
it's
Lizard
fine for you to go to the
Alrighty.
other galaxy now.
King. All right.
Get out of my hair.
How does engineering fare? Are they ready?
They say, well, we need at least 2 more hours.
You have
Okay.
Okay, I'm lying. They're ready.
Okay, because I was like, well, then we give them 2 more hours.
Yeah, you've got plenty.
They're like, well, no, we can't make it yet, Cap. Just go ahead. I don't really care. No, but let's give them 2 more hours. If they really need 2 more hours, then guess what? They get it.
Yeah, it's not like you're on a
Like-
you're as well prepared as you could possibly.
Okay. Well, we can
You
go
have
in 15
10
minutes,
minutes.
but we won't have shields. Oh,
mean-
well, then take 2 hours.
Barring the possibility of getting some more guys to go with you, more ships. And whatever.
We don't want
Yeah,
more.
that would be more.
So I'm going to send a communique over to the Excelsior class, the Excelsior class of vessel,
The Copenhagen.
to Copenhagen. Stop that. I can hear it on the mic. With that, would Commander Maddox be willing to part with the android that had a little bit of self-awareness?
Said some more robots.
Yeah, would he be willing to send a couple of his death robots? I mean, his androids over to learn a little bit of.
Well, you did just spend the whole last episode messing with him, practically tweaking his nipples and shoving him
did.
in a locker.
I did.
Yeah, he'll be on board. Sure.
I'm expecting the answer to be no, but the answer is always no unless you ask. Right?
Hey,
Right?
all right. Well, he.
I mean, I'm not willing to give it a roll, but whatever. It could happen. John might just go, sure, why not? Yeah. That'll come back to bite us.
It'll take
can
some.
take Pete.
It'll take some. Your focus in diplomacy is going to come into play.
Wasn't it though?
As you're like, hey, those robots that I just freaked out and, did all, all of that. I think I'm going to bring them along so we can have,
in case we need to send another message back, we'll just decapitate one, boot it through the hole. No, I'm not going to mention
your
that.
babies. Stop with the horseplay.
In case we need to decapitate his babies.
Yeah, and also teach them how to kill you.
I'm going to artfully leave
Cut out the horseplay. Kill babies.
out.
Yeah, that's
All
that
right.
just happened.
I won't give him any dry cleaning bags to play with. You know, like you do.
Okay, great. Give me a roll. I'm going to just cut to the chase. Give me a... I'm going to say this is not going to be command. This is going to be... I'm sorry. This is going to be... let's see. I'm going to say that
Skullduggery.
I'm going to call this... let's see. Control plus command.
Okay.
Because you are choosing your words very carefully. You're trying to manipulate him into getting what you want. Just openly being like, hey, we're going to do this.
Yeah. You know those weapons you brought on board last time? I mean,
your babies.
Your babies. All right, my control's an 11. My command is a 5, so I need to roll under 16. I have a 1.
Ooh, that's automatic 2 successes right there.
And a 5.
All right, that is 4 successes.
Whoa!
This is... now, there is an entire system of social conflict in this game that... and so basically, this is the
It's the song of victory.
And the way that this works is that you make a request. This is so it's a persuasion task. Social tools. You've rolled exceptionally well. He is also a sucker for this.
He's got to send his babies. He's got to have them do well.
He says,
Give
so
me
He
your
can outperform
babies.
any human. Come on.
Give me your babies.
Raw.
and he says, so what do you plan for my creations to do on this mission?
I want them to absorb what it is to be on a rescue mission. I want them to have the opportunity to perform in what might be heroic opportunities. What I really want them to understand is the concept that we don't leave anyone behind, with the idea that we have a duty that demonstrably we must engage in when there are others of our own kind potentially in peril.
He thinks about it for a minute. He says, I'm currently working on a software reformat based on the most recent experiences they've had. And I'm imaging Tom, Dick, and Harry right now. And I'll send them over in the next hour and 45 minutes.
Alrighty.
So
What
they're
about
going to
Pete?
they're going to be given new designations: Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie. Unless you guys want to rename them.
No, that's fine.
Pete's eating bleep.
Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
Okay.
Alvin, Simon,
But
Theodore.
he says, "All right, I'm the one that you, the one that had its experience with us in your ready room.
Yes.
I'm copying some of its software, its experience matrix onto these, so they will continue with its development."
Excellent. Very good. Thank you. We will await their arrival.
All right, they are beamed over on at exactly 1 hour and 45 minutes later.
Nice. Alrighty. At least he's punctual. That's good.
Meticuloso.
Alrighty. All right. Well, then, upon receipt of the Maddox class battle androids, we will have Alpha, Beta, and Charlie come in, take their spots on the bridge, and I'm going to do a systems check.
Okay. Systems check. You go through this very long montage of all the different parts of the ship.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about.
It starts, it's almost like giving the people a view of the ship, to let them know about what's going to blow up later.
Right. So you're like, oh, look, it's the school. That's great. We're going to blow up children later. Oh, I'm sad now.
Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie are standing on the bridge. You say, oh, Palladino signing in. Thebes signing in. The mechanism to eject the saucer section, the 2 times in the series that can happen.
Nice.
From the budget constraints that we don't have. It's just a really difficult role to put it all back together again.
It is. Secondary crew to the battle bridge.
Everybody begins deploying.
Yep.
Red alert. Shields up.
Meep, 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 meep. All right.
We are in a Galaxy class, so we all know what it sounds like. O'Neill, take us to within 100 meters of the anomaly.
All right, Captain.
All right. The Curie, its nacelles pop into position.
Nice.
As it, prepares its warp systems, but doesn't engage them, and proceeds to follow you closely.
All right, Commander, Captain Turnweather to Captain Chan.
This is Captain Chan.
Do you want to do the honors on the anomaly, or do you want me to?
Sure, we'll shoot it.
All righty. Then you can start this rodeo whenever you're ready to ring the bell.
All right. They don't waste any time. You're pretty sure you know who's pushing the button on the other side. Their exo is a half Vulcan, half human who favors his human side. He's kind of the opposite of Spock. His name is Zelik.
The Spock is it.
So he's hammering on the button.
Oh yeah,
he's just holding.
He is even more impulsive than your average human.
I am button.
Yeah, pretty much.
And so
warps the console.
Pew pew pew. There is along the phaser bank of the shovel-shaped front end of the Curie.
And we trigger the anomaly at A98.
It lasers through the mile-wide bubble.
Brace for impact.
All of a sudden, the wall of subspace energy appears, washes over you guys as you are translocated to another area. You immediately begin to have turbulence and chop. Jackson, give me a roll for O'Neill on his control plus con.
Okay.
Your specialties.
Is there ship assistance on that one?
There is ship assistance on that.
14, and then I have helm control.
That will apply.
All right, so 15.
All right, so on the ship, it is... All right.
I would like to lend a hand.
Oh, to say, hold her steady.
Well, I've got ship tactics as a specialty.
Yeah, just roll whatever you want and call it. Wiggy, roll 1d20 for the ship.
I rolled a 9 and a 13.
Whoa. Never mind. I had an 18.
15.
Okay. All right. All right, there is a little bit of a shaking as you guys are, and there's all kinds of crazy light playing over the view screen.
Hold on to your butts.
Shake, 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 shake.
Steady
shake.
as she goes. Yeah, I mean, I got nothing. I didn't even help.
That was totally a Jurassic Park reference.
I know.
Space sailing, mateys.
All right.
Samuel L.
Space whales.
The other...
oh, dear God. I didn't
there they go.
You said space
Well,
whales.
heard of them.
You had space elephants.
A pod of space whales is what I'm saying. It's like traveling with children.
It's crazy time.
It's crazy, guys.
All right. You are detecting a massive power drain as your ship's power systems are being digested somehow, drained by this creature.
Oh, crap. I actually had the thought of turning all of our power off.
And turning it on once we got back within 30 seconds and warping away. I thought about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too late.
I know,
See,
That
right?
would be very Kirk.
Here I had focuses of warp engines and experimental tech. I could
All
have
right,
done something
give
fancy.
me this is a
Well, get
different
in there,
role.
experimental tech lady.
Science department.
Science?
Give me a reason plus science, and
Hey,
your
hey, lady.
specialty on warp engines will apply.
Hey, lady, why don't you blind us with science? How about that?
What am I rolling? Sorry.
Wrong song.
Wrapped up like a douche.
Yeah,
Okay,
Which is why
that
you're
is-
here.
Reason plus science.
Okay, so
And-
15.
Wiggy, you roll for the ship. 1 die.
How many am I rolling?
2 dice.
The ship rolled a 7.
I rolled an 18 and a 5, so 1 success. Plus, then
Okay.
I have my
All right. So
What's
yeah,
your science rating?
5.
So
Okay,
that, would
that
be
will be
2
2.
successes.
Okay, and you got an 18.
7.
7. Okay.
Is it? Well, how is it 2?
Because it equal or less than your...
The ship liking.
All right.
And your attribute or whatever?
Success. All right, you get a point of.
Or less than your discipline? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
You got a point.
Jeez,
Of
John.
momentum. Did I get any momentum out of fast-talking Maddox?
Oh, and you got what? 4
I had 4 successes.
No, that's about what you needed.
Oh, okay, good. Fair enough. I will accept that.
That was what you
So-
needed for him not to send robots that would blow up.
Oh,
for,
good.
For future reference, it takes 4 successes to make up for douchebaggery.
Yeah, it does.
You
That
meant
was an
skullduggery.
that was an equipment penalty. His douchebag
Good point.
had to pull it with a tractor beam.
Right. So that's like a
All right.
colostomy bag and a half.
Based on your
In zero
examination of the power drain, you think that it is going to pretty much fully drain the primary power system, but the backup, if it's not engaged, will stay intact. So you'll be able to just switch to that when you come over.
Okay, so am I turning the backup off?
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
Basically, we have a Hemi.
You just sort of like disengage it so it's sitting there running and not doing anything.
Okay.
And they do some different stuff on the other
Some
side.
stuff and things.
Okay. All right. That's when you get a distorted communication from
Nachan?
from Nachan, saying we're having a massive power disruption.
Sucks for you.
Tassas, what are you doing?
I am turning off the backup power so that it's intact when we exit the other side of the anomaly.
Okay, Nachan, disengage your backup power sources and put them in
Sleep mode.
steady, ready mode.
On hold.
Disengage the backups.
Ikes and Mikes? I don't know. I got nothing here.
Set them to Klingon
Disengage.
opera.
Disengage has failed.
Okay.
Wait, whose? Theirs?
Theirs.
Engineering.
Bring me over.
What are you, nuts?
No.
Over the course of the next, they're saying we're having cascade failures in several of our systems.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay.
It's eating the biomimetic gel.
Oh, crap.
I'm sorry. The the bioneural.
Yeah,
packs.
the neural packs. Uh-oh, they're boned. Hope they brought extras.
We totally just killed the Curie.
You. Oh. look at it. What?
Now, you blocked my calls, Captain.
Suddenly,
I did.
This is what happens when people don't listen to me.
but yeah, it takes several hours for you to. You can see that they're actually venting. Decks to put out fires.
Can we?
I told you they'd be gone in like 2 days.
Since there's a high likelihood of them dying, can we attempt to start beaming them over to our ship?
Beaming is not going to happen while
No.
you're in the gullet. unfortunately.
I figure it's worth a try,
You're
right?
in the multidimensional being, space
so-
being. We should beam people
Hey,
over.
we could take
Hey.
it away, shit.
They totally might. It will come out normal.
Yeah, that's
Hey.
gonna
Not
happen.
totally with a Cthulhu tentacle.
So
in their
specialty
forehead.
though.
That's how
in tactical
Chalorn got
systems,
his.
Captain.
Would it be possible to maybe tractor beam them with a way to enhance their shields using the tractor beam?
The tractor beam is going to.
Or would that help steady them maybe?
The tractor beam could conceivably work, but you would be restricted to a very poor warp speed.
Yeah.
And it also depends a lot on other factors once you get there. In the case of an actual ship battle, it doesn't look like they're going to have maneuverability.
Or, Captain, I could try to pilot a shuttle. Better than a tractor beam.
How long would that last?
Minutes, maybe.
What is the point, O'Neill?
To get in quick and get out quick.
Do you know how many
Commander?
people you'd have
You
to
could
get
take
out?
me over there and I could help with their systems maybe.
It's better than an absolute zero.
Nachan, you think that based on the information that Canestra sent you, that you're going to be arriving in the next several minutes.
Okay.
Nachan says we're not going to be viable when we get there for a space battle, but we're not going to be destroyed immediately either.
Okay, Nachan, she's a tough little ship, and she can take whatever you can give her. She'll be fine. We'll cover you. Conserve as much power as you can and be ready.
Will do, Captain.
And we close the channel.
Captain.
Let's do this. No, the Curie will be fine. Curie can take it. She's a tough little ship. Oh, yeah.
How many shuttles do we have?
Enough.
You have like a dozen.
Yeah.
It's a huge Galaxy-class ship. There's enough for people to take vacations on
So we can
Risa.
help shuttle protect them if we need to.
We'll be fine.
You also have doubled up those tractor beams.
Yeah.
Could
We'll be
gather up a large number of escape pods if need be.
Yeah, when they vent their decks into space and people shoot out, we can suck them up with a tractor beam. It'll be fine.
They're stealing my idea.
It'll be fine. It'll be good. We'll just go around like a pixie straw and just
Guardians of the
anteater.
Galaxy 3.
yeah, exactly. That right there.
Just a giant shop vac
All
out
right.
there.
Yeah.
It
Alrighty.
is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You are ejected into deep space.
The debris field.
Interstellar scan of the surrounding areas for anomalies and then tactical.
All right. The first thing that you see is right next to you, the Curie, in a state of distress.
Surrey.
Sulu 1/4 impulse powered. Turn us
Sulu.
90 degrees. Drop us down below it. Oh, I'm sorry. I was in that. I was in that scene where they came out of Vulcan and it was like, "Wah!" It's a great scene, right?
Yeah.
Oh, shut up.
You bastard.
Okay. First thing you see is the Curie. Secondly, looking out into space, you can see look in one direction below you arbitrarily. There is a field of stars. Most of the nearest ones are red, but there is a roughly spherical glow of this enormous galaxy below you.
Okay.
It's small for a galaxy, only a few billion stars. But seen up front like this from its very edge, you are looking at an entire new horizon of exploration.
Okay.
Whole new world.
To Sass.
You get out of my head.
Looking the opposite direction,
Okay.
you can see a couple of kind of bright dots. A few, there's a speckled. You're on the verge of intergalactic space here, and the Milky Way, Triangulum Galaxy, and Andromeda are visible as kind of bright blotches in the sky.
Wow. Okay.
You are a long way from home.
Any spatial anomalies? Any hostiles?
There is a few hundred clicks away is a mile-wide sphere, not unlike the one that you tickled to get into here in the first place. It is glowing plasma energy, about a mile wide, perfect sphere of green and blue and red and orange.
Shrinking back to where it was?
The field of energy that dropped you off is shrinking back towards it.
Okay.
Looking around in your immediate area, you see that there is a great deal of debris, of rocks and spaceship parts, but all of it is about the distance from the Earth to the Sun away from you. A little less than 100 million miles from where you are. But amongst that debris, you see that there are several active ships that have engaged. It's hard to see from this distance, but they've engaged their weapons. There are a total of 6 Romulans, plus 4 big Klingon cruisers.
Nice.
And also an Excelsior class Federation ship.
Defense Fahrenheit.
It is the Vigilant.
Oh, it's the Vigilant. All right, nice.
Do you want me to repeat this, or are we just saying that we're
Well, I'm just giving you
communicating this?
As the transponders come up, you're like, friend or foe?
Yeah, Captain.
It's the Vigilant.
Captain. 6 Romulans, 4 Klingon warbirds, and the Vigilant.
4 Klingon cruisers or warbirds?
They're cruisers.
Cruisers.
Is that Chan's?
You pretentious asshole. What was it?
Can you locate Chan's D10?
It is not.
Oh,
He's not there.
Yeah, there's another anomaly that matched the one that we just came out of. 100 million miles, or what did you say?
It's 100 million miles.
That
One
way
AU.
as well. Only anomaly that I've detected to this point.
Yeah, it's only a couple hundred miles away.
A couple hundred miles away, and all of those.
They are kind of on the edge of this sphere. They are sitting on the edge of it so that they don't get got when the energy comes.
And all those ships are locking onto us.
They are definitely scanning you heavily.
Okay.
Arming weapons.
Captain Chan, you are making repairs, correct?
That's correct, Captain.
How's your power look?
We are experiencing a warp core breach.
Emergency evacuation. Begin beaming members of the Curie over immediately.
Yeah, you see that they says that yes, we are
Senior officers first.
Except for that one guy.
They are experiencing a warp core breach. The plasma has escaped. The flesh melting gas is flying around in their area.
I'm going to have them beam everybody over that's not in engineering. I'm going to give engineering as much chance as they can to possibly lock it down or turn it around.
Okay.
How long until they can engage us with their weapons?
They will be able to close within. It's going to take them a good 10, 15 minutes.
Captain, we have 12 and a half minutes.
All right, O'Neill, take us outside of the potential blast radius of the Curie. Try to keep us within transporter range. Put us on the other side of the anomaly, but keep us within, 100,000 miles of it. Keep us well within its trigger point. Anybody that wants to come in and get us is going to come in and get it, too.
All right, Captain.
All right, you see that the first escape pods are launching from the Curie.
Okay.
I am rolling multiple 20s for them.
Oh,
That's
no.
bad.
Well,
They had a chance.
They have like 10 ships incoming.
Tassas, do you think you can do anything for him?
Prayer.
Thoughts and prayers, sir.
From the Vulcans.
Vulcans don't pray. They only meditate.
I have experimental tech. That's
The
Will weapon systems
give
help
me
with the...
actually, based on your experience, they could eject their warp core.
Use it as a weapon against the oncoming ships?
No, well,
It
shush.
probably won't. There's a chance that it might pop the bubble, causing the reaction to go. The thing is, they would probably be okay. However, that would leave a mostly intact ship for the bad guys to take over.
If we got everybody over here, could we then destroy the ship?
Yes, with your phasers, that would be easy to do while it
I
is.
tried to tell you, Captain, not to bring the Curie.
Nobody ever asked the con.
You see that you get a call from from Mlungisi Kumalo, the main emergency response crew. He says, "Captain, let me beam over. I can help my grandfather. He's the chief engineer there." Old Grandpa Kumalo.
Beam him over.
You're going to send your...
I'm going to let him go.
Okay. All right.
While he's doing that, I'm going to... I still know the computer access overrides for Curie. They haven't changed them yet, right? I want to do one of the Wrath of Khan, give to SAS control of their engineering and let her do the warp core eject while they're working on it. I ain't got no science for that. I just know how to take over the ship. I'll let you do it.
That would be what they're supposed to do right now.
Okay.
The question is, do they want to do that?
I do have... we're dealing with the warp stuff. I have warp engines as one of my focuses.
Yeah, you are well aware of the normal procedures. Ejecting the warp core.
Let's do this.
All right.
Do we see any warp core ejection-y stuff?
They are preparing their systems.
Oh,
Let's
God.
see if the dice
Oh, no.
hold out.
Can we before you roll that?
Yeah.
Can we assist in any way?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Can we spend momentum? He's like, no.
Hey, John.
I'm going to spend some momentum to say some threat to say no.
Okay, darn it.
Well, I have a question. I have a talent.
You can roll.
Hey, I have
How many?
Nobody listens
One
to me.
die.
I have a talent, Spirit of Discovery, +3 to momentum. Is that for every roll, or you have to pick
that
one?
is something that you can add to your momentum by
If
spending a determination point.
Okay.
So you can get more momentum to do
Something.
rolls
Discovery.
on for you.
Okay.
But they are going to attempt a roll. Give me a roll for Jade.
What am I rolling on?
Give me science plus reason. Reason plus science, excuse me.
Reason plus
and
science,
your specialty in warp cores will apply.
Okay, so 15. I rolled a 12.
All right, that's one success.
Yay.
All right, there is an escaping cloud of high energized plasma. A couple of dudes fly out. as
Sure.
skeletons.
Dudes.
Is it the engineers?
Was there any frog skeletons?
They were totally dude skeletons.
Probably ocean otters.
So moving on.
You forget those guys. All right, and you see there. You remember Voyager's warp core? It looks about
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
as
it's-
it flies out of the middle of the back of this ship, and is ejected at impulse speeds. So it is already
Oh, ways back.
hundreds of miles away. There is a brilliant flash as it goes critical and explodes with, brilliant blue warp energy all over the place. The
Put us between the anomaly and that warp engine. Full shields.
bubble turns orange,
No.
but it doesn't do anything obvious
good.
yet. But it does turn bright orange. It did seem to react to the presence of that big explosion in an unexpected way. Meanwhile,
Science.
it looks like the Curie has stabilized. That they are on backup power. They have impulse speed, but they aren't going to be able to go to warp without a warp core.
Sure. How many industrial replicators was I able? Did I get two?
You have one. You have one small one.
Fair enough.
But it could
Would
take a while. But you're not going to be able to make an actual warp core without the dilithium, which cannot be replicated.
Correct. Well, I mean, we could replace the warp core, but we would need dilithium.
Yes.
In order to... Okay.
It is feasible. I mean, it would take a long time, but, the ship, as it is right now, is salvageable. Still has its full complement of weapons and everything like that.
Yeah!
But then you see that there are a few more Klingon ships that arrive out of warp.
Oh, great.
On the edge of this system.
With the other Klingon ships, or sort of on the opposite side? Okay.
Yeah, there are now about 3 more little birds of prey.
Okay. Great. Alrighty.
They have called them in.
But they're all sort of keeping that radius.
Oh no, they're closing.
They're closing.
They starting with the Romulans, who were like, you.
Oh no.
There is you are getting you're getting a general hail.
Beep, beep.
On screen.
All right. It says this is Fleet Commander Nadast.
Fleet Commander, what can I help you with?
We will drop your shields and prepare to be boarded.
No, I don't think we're going to do that.
Then we will open fire upon your ships.
Well, certainly. I'm quite sure that by the time you open fire on my ship, that I'll be able to shoot that anomaly, and we'll all go somewhere together.
He snaps his fingers. All of the ships open fire.
Oh, crap.
However, they are a couple of light minutes away, but your entire position is
just wide open.
Being crisscrossed.
Standing there with
disruptors.
F in the B.
Captain, we have to shoot the Curie and leave.
And that'll do us tonight for Gaming with Scott. Oh, I hate you, man. You suck.
Facing this decision.
We thank you for listening, and as always, you'll hear from us real soon.
That'll do us tonight for Star Trek Adventures. You can send us an email at feedback@gamingwithscott.com. John Garlick is at JPMGarlic. Jay Duguay is at @1_nerdy_mama. John Kennedy is at JKMyth. And me, Scott T, is at GamingWScott. This is a Southgate Media podcast. As you boldly go through your life, remember to make the galaxy a better place than it was yesterday. And as always, you'll hear from us real soon. Bye.